Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am back with another mystery quilt block. This is going to be block number 23. When I get to number 25, we are for sure going to be putting together some big pieces. I don't know if we could maybe finish it. If I want to do just a small quilt top, I'm sure we can. But we'll see how it goes, and don't worry if we have leftovers. They're just going to go into another project because I'm going to keep doing this series. If you're not familiar with this series, there is a playlist link in the description of this video. It will also pop up on the end screen. Go check out my eBay because I have lots of scrap packs that will be perfect for this. And I do have something new. I have something new in my eBay store. Run to see it right now. I'll have the direct link in the description of this video. It is for 600 crumbs. Yes. All from brand new fabric that I cut. They're not thready, they're not wrinkled. I will be shipping them flat so that they will be just ready to start sewing. There's 120 different prints. I think there's 5 different shapes. Go look at all the pictures in the auction and you'll see the types of shapes. They're all 4-sided but not rectangular. They have a little bit of an angle. And I show you all 120 prints, so check all the images and consider becoming the owner of those crumbs. I have just one set right now just to try it, but I'm very anxious to cut more, so give me a reason to cut more. And it won't always be huge packs like that, but I just got carried away. Okay, so always go to my description and look at the links that I give you. Let's get started with mystery block number 23, I think I said it is. This piece right here. Now, look, I'm putting something together that, you know, I usually go for, like, if this is light, something dark. No, I liked this. This is like kind of a pink, and this is kind of like a coral. I really like it. Okay, this piece, you need 5 inches wide, 4 inches tall. For this piece, you just need wider than 5. Mine is like 6. Because, you know, we love to sew things together. Oh my God, my power strip fell off the table. Hang on. Problem solved. It startled me. Okay, 5 by 4. And this one, you want it wider than 5. I've got about 6. And we want 1 1/4 tall. And I'm just going to sew those together. Right there. And I don't sew on camera for this series. If you like to see the sewing and hear the sewing, then you want to watch my crumb chats. I just opened and pressed, and then all I do is trim off the excess that was sticking out. I don't make it a certain size. We don't have to worry about stuff like that. Okay, now we're going to add something here. I like this. This is 2.5 wide. And it needs to be taller than, I would say taller than 5. And we're going to sew that here, like that. I might just stick it out a little bit on here to trim, because that's going to be enough for me to have a crumb left over. I open, I'm going to press, and then I'm going to trim here and the little bit here. And that piece is going to become a nice little crumb. How did I say I wanted this? Did I say I wanted it down here? Yeah, I think I'm going to stick it down there. I have this piece with some doggies, and it needs to be wider than 7. Mine's a generous 8.5. I'll have another crumb. By 2.5. I'm just going to sew this here, and yes, I will. I'm going to turn that and sew this way. And look, I'll have another crumb. Not that you need to know this, but when I want to save a piece as a crumb, which is often, I put my needle right to the end. I stop right at the end of this piece, and then I have my needle down, and then I just turn. And then I can sew right off onto my tag. And then when I press, I don't have any thread on this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't just sew right off that because then I'd have that thread line. We have this. I have this lovely crumb, but you don't need this crumb. You need the 600 crumbs that I have on eBay. Guess what else I have on eBay? I have my 1,000 piece scrap pack. 1,000 pieces, no duplicates, and I show you all the pictures of every print. 1,000 prints. Now there's some prints the same but different colors, so it's actually like 1,000 no duplicates. There's no two exactly alike, unless I screwed up and I give 20 extra prints just in case that happened, for free. 20 extra free. I weigh everything first, and that's how I price it, and then I add 20 free after that. All right, go check that out too. I'll have the direct link in the description, and you can see that also. Keeping you busy. Okay, so I'm going to, did I think I wanted to put this here? I think I'm going to put that there. You need this to be wider than 7. Mine is about 8. And then you need 1.5 inches tall. Now, there's no set rules here. If you were doing this on your own, this could be 5 inches tall. Doesn't matter. It's all going to work. And, boy, I'm in the mood to be saving little crumbs. I don't always do that. Crumb. Now, I had another piece. Where is it? Where is it? I think maybe it was this that I kind of, sort of thought would work. Okay, this is 2 inches wide, and we need it to be at least 8 inches tall. I would say at least 8 inches and a half, 8.5 inches. I'm just going to put that here and sew, and obviously I'm going to keep all of this. Nice piece. Now this is reminding me to also send you to my eBay auctions. Lately I have been uploading them every 3 days, and I give you all kinds of little scraps. The bidding starts at a penny with free shipping. Shipping is not free if you're outside the USA. I just suggest you don't bid if you're outside the USA because the shipping is expensive. And go check out all the little goodies. Again, I will have the link to my auctions in the description of this video. It's fun. It's fun for me to see what you guys bid on. Well, you know, everything gets bid on, and you know, stuff can sell for 58 cents. I mean, it's just fun. So go check them out. I have strips kind of like that. Okay, I almost think this is going to be the end. And I'm going to put, I'm trying to move you down a little bit. I think I'm going to put this down here. Like that. You know, I had some other colors that went in this family, and then some other prints with some black. It would have been so beautiful to do a whole entire quilt. I do want to do that sometimes, do a quilt top. I would just make a small one, but you guys could make as many blocks as needed. Like all in one colorway, like all blues. You know, I've said that before. All like pinks and corals. And it just makes it, I don't know, so pretty. Okay, we need wider than 8.5. Mine is about 9.5. And mine, I did not have to trim, is 2.5 inches tall. And I am going to, is that where I wanted it? I think that's where I wanted it. So I'm going to put this right here and sew. Let's have a little mini crumb block with the scraps that I created today. I'm going to lay them down on this strip. And I'll just sew. I was able to line up quite a few of them. If I would have done this one vertical, I would have had room for this guy, but that's okay. So now I'm just going to open these, press, and snip them apart. And now, since this is so wide this way, I'm going to cut this. And I'll use this strip that's left over to go with this one. I left just this on these, and then I just snip even to the edge, and I'm going to have a bunch of little baby crumbs, baby crumb starters, like that. And let me figure out what I'm doing next. I put the pink strip on the purple strip, and then I put this guy on this. I don't, usually like things that are too matchy, but I'm just going to try putting all these together. So now I have this little strip set that I trimmed, and I'm going to lay this guy down, and then I have room for him this way. Not really. Ooh, I have room for this guy this way. Okay, let me do that. See how I just filled my strip? I've got this now, and then I've got this little guy. You just fill the strip. Now I kind of have to add something because I want to add this here, but I don't want the purple right on the purple. So I'm going to add a scrap of this pink right here. I just finished it because I was getting carried away with showing you every step. I'm not going to be doing a crumb block in every mystery block video. I had to cut this off. I had to sacrifice that little piece, and then I also had to trim this. Now, you don't want like really narrow things on the edge because that's just going to get lost in the seam allowance when you join blocks. But that's okay. You're allowed to do that. And if you don't want to be sewing like right on the seam or whatever, you can just cut this off first. But this is what I made. I had to add one piece to make it work, but that's it. That's with things we were going to throw away. We could have thrown away all the things. I would have never thrown away the purple strip because that was, worth something. But all those other little pieces that I saved, that's what we did with it, plus an additional piece. All right, just wanted to show you that. I'm going to, for the hell of it, I'm going to keep that guy because I do like to put tiny things together sometimes. Okay, now let's get back to this. This is our block. I have no clue like which direction. There really isn't a direction. I like it. I'm stopping here. I trimmed it. And I got, let's see, 9.5 this way, 9.5 wide by about 8.25. I just trim it to the biggest size I can trim it to. I don't care about a size. So if yours is 9 by 8 or 9 by 7.5 or whatever, it's okay because when we put the things together, I show you how we make it work. So I'm really happy with this. I'll take a picture right now so you can see it up close. And I love this one. I don't know if I want to put this as a penny auction in my next batch. I could put just this and then I could promote this video. So yeah, I think I'll do that. I usually have more pieces than this, but it starts at a penny, so I certainly can put just one piece like this. If you want to get this, you could bid on it. So this will be in my eBay auctions December 9. This is 2025, and my auctions start coming out 6 p.m. Central Time, and they come out every 2 minutes. So just keep watching until they're all out, and you can bid on this guy. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye.